Okay, so we'll begin our first session, and I believe that should actually be the last session. Okay. Strategic planning and innovation management. Strategic planning and innovation management. I believe sincerely that one of the essence of this training is to help us with information that can help us prepare for coming years. Get us better equipped in the place of planning. I believe that's one of the objectives of this board development. Now, in the context of our review, the learning objectives for the business environment. Now, we're reviewing the business environment generally, right? And then we discuss the key concepts in strategic planning and innovation management. And then we'll highlight the roles of the board in driving strategic planning and innovation planning. Permit me to say that the board is responsible for the strategic planning of this organization, and is also responsible for the management of the innovations that come up in that organization. So what in essence it is that the board is responsible for the future of the organization. That's what it simply means. Okay. Now moving forward, we're going to review the business environment with the FOCAD framework. And the FOCAD framework talks about the volatility of the business environment, the ambiguity, the complexity, the disruptions, and diversity. Now, when we talk about volatility, which appears practical scenarios with Nigerian context as a case, our foreign exchange transaction rate has almost gone to, is gradually going to 300% now. From 463, now is that the last time I saw it was 1,211. That's almost going to 300%. Sorry, 200% rather. But 200% of what it used to be. And this happened within or in less than 6 months of a new government assuming role and responsibilities. So when we begin to do textual analysis, it will help us to understand political volatility, the impact of political instability, or the effect of poor governance on businesses. Now, we also go into the realm of uncertainty. It's also in the Nigerian context now that you bought something 50 naira yesterday, you come back tomorrow, it's now 70 naira. Economically. Now, there are, thank God in Nigeria, we don't have cases of earthquakes and all of that. But those things also affect business. The truth is, you might not know exactly where they are coming. Okay, we have to not. We have to shoot on no occasional, not as regular as some places. But some uncertainties that's looking at risk management now, okay, they can come and disrupt businesses. Then you look at the dimension of complexity. The truth is that businesses are getting much more complex. Why? We have a whole lot of regulations, a whole lot of do this, do that, external pressure, and all of that. It's not as it used to be before again. In fact, I was reading a research recently He said, in the nearest future, entering into business will become a difficult task. The only people that may have the ability to enter into business are people who already established a business. That research was done in 2018. I just came across it recently. He said, in the nearest future, because of the way things are going now. So the challenge is not just to a Nigerian context. That report was done in UK. Now, if UK could do a research and came up with such a report, now imagine what will happen in Nigeria. Maybe one day they said they've suspended CAC, no more registration of business. Okay? Or maybe they will now put some laws that will make it difficult that you cannot access some kind of businesses. I remember when I needed to register a particular organization, it took me 3 years because I needed something from Office of Attorney General. Is it that I go to Attorney General or I get somebody from the house who will move the motion for the house to give to the order? And I'm not a politician. So it took us 3 years to be able to register that organization. What if business is now made much more complex than it is now? Osinbajo tried to introduce ease of the business, but I'm not sure we were able to achieve they actually perceived that by introduction of technology, automatically it made, at the background is still policies, at the background is still management of power. Management of power. Then we now talk about the ambiguities. Ambiguities. And then we go down to talking about disruption. Technological disruption. Market disruption. I saw something recently. I laughed. Technology will not give you so. Few years ago, you know Uber, you know Bolt. They came and disrupted the transport industry, especially the land transport, massively. Everybody was trooping. Even private car owners wanted to become Bolt drivers, Uber drivers, and the like. So you are in Abuja. Have you tried using Bolt recently? You use it to the airport. Those days, if you were to order Bolt, within 5 minutes, the boat guy is there. You all came very early. I was at the national, we are planning a program, African Union. They contracted us to do a training for, they said they have 14 countries they want to do training for. So they wanted us to organize the training. And the meeting, the office, that particular aspect of African Union Sports Council, the office is in the stadium. That wasn't the funniest experience. You know, I trekked from stadium to Area 1. Yes, because I didn't go with car. I didn't go with my car. I went with, we are trying to preserve fuel. I booked Uber. The guy came earlier. It took him about 15 minutes and he came. So when he was leaving, he told me, sir, you might not be able to get a car here. I said, what I said, you see that? I downloaded all the apps, InDrive, Uber, Bolt, DriveSafe. That I downloaded all. Not one was able to remedy my situation. I trekked till I got to Area 1. And I had to enter public transport to go to the office. Now, what am I saying? When Uber came, it disrupted the market. But a policy had come now that made the disruption ineffective. I asked them, what is really happening? They said, before, they used to pay, is it 10%? The commission that Uber, or let's say those operators, they collect was between 7 to 10%. But now it's 25%. Irrespective, fuel has gone up. Everything has gone up. And then they now increase their tariff to 25%. They will collect 25%. And I was starting to move to my family. I saw for the and there was a place where they wanted on that. And so the actor who translated. So now, I was going to get that. So I asked you, and people so when I came about the school, they have a children. So I don't have this business on the market. But no more. So this place is so if your business, if I consider investment, if your business, if I consider, see, people are most of the people are good business. So when the environment is no longer if I say this, that I no longer be favorable to the economy. Sorry to go back to China. Every day, I think I watch a big of those Nigerian for example, they have a new when they were explaining how this works, I don't know. I don't know. Then when they don't from the mechanical engineers, from the chemical engineers, from the lawyers, I say, people will want to add, people will adjust to suit the environment. And that's what I'm doing. I said to myself, it's yes that without the help of anybody, they were able to build two refineries. What did government give them the privilege? Is it purpose that it's only government that will control the oil? Okay, why are they not controlling the food? And aluminium, others like that. Why are they so much in that they want to use it? That's because the country is the I never said, oh, I have to what we do. They The problem is a extra problem. We face fiscal problem, which is good policy and all of that. But the powers that be, how will those fiscal problem? Everybody, I don't. It's not as though but at the end, like lack of information. Now find himself in robbery. Because it's question of course, some of them, their parents are not their job. Some of them, they were in school and nothing else to do. And government is talking that who is that for? It's not for a government. It's still for the people that made that position. Why we are talking to this, that, this, that, we take them from the family trade. I think of them can say that one. There is the police act or the government everyone is wrong. Than the other ones because of media. Somebody could be in dangerous case and get an information that to do that from strength. So then we try and because there is not enough information to believe on what makes people in their life. The MP was saying something. He said in one of the parties and stuff, how many companies that we have that work there and they are getting beautiful. And that event yesterday, the one speak to that. How government rate commission for getting out? Is it like these days that they can't just violate people and they tell people whenever we find ourselves, let's keep talking. What is his name? Dino. He said we have come to the point that if we talk, we die. We don't talk, we die. So let's talk or we will not die. We will not die. That is his own perception. Okay, and then we'll talk about the diversity, inclusion of male, balance of the male-female gender. Now, let's quickly look at the strategic planning. Strategic planning is a systematic process through which an organization sets its direction and priorities to achieve its overall goals and objectives. Before you start any strategic plan, the first thing that you think before you is your vision and your mission. That will become the guide. You focus on your mission. You focus on how to get it. And you focus on the behaviors that will help you to get it. Then that will not help you to know how to go. It's about defining the organization's mission and values. Assessing is internal, the start environment. And that's where SWOT comes in. And best to. And formulating strategies to guide decision making and resource allocation. In the components of the companies and the steps involved, you have your vision, your values. Then you have your environmental analysis. Please, let me say, commitment, irrespective of what will happen in Sodom and Gomorrah, somebody was still punishing. Irrespective of what happened in the time of when my God Isaac, that it was recorded that there was famine. Every other person was struggling. But that same man reached 100 times of what he sold. Yeah, if you look at that story, several times he was attacked, but many other times you didn't give up. And that is the principle of resistance planning. So when you are incorporating or when you're doing your strategic planning, also consider resistance. No matter what happens, resistance within the mindset. I'm not ready to give up. Even if everybody wants to die, I'm not dying now. Even if everybody says will not join in this. That's where racism is from. It is come first from the mind. When your mind believes that all things are possible, I tell you, no matter the situation, you find possibility. So when you are doing your environmental analysis, yes, we are going to be as truthful as we can. This is the situation on ground. But residents are asking, these other ones, we might not be able to handle it just like that. That's not for what or critical things. There must be a way out of here. There must be a way out of the situation. Even if children are not wants to do, how can we get out of the situation? That point that was strategy. Strategy is not a good one. Strategy it is unique to the organization. You see all the things we talk about corporate organization. The strategy you adopt will be unique. But let me tell you something. They say that one man's will be another man's poison. It applies to strategy. Borrowing strategy cannot be the most helpful way. Because another person's strategy might be another person's downfall. So strategy to be hard is the most important. I started yesterday with this. I said, in the operation of this, you need to understand the four domains. First, the mental and the mindset. Secondly, the ethical and the compliance. Thirdly, the physical, the implementation side, and finally, the spiritual dimension. Right now, when you come to your strategy, my advice, my recommendation, find all the strategies that will take care of this process. The challenge most of us have is that we focus on education because that's where money is coming. If profit is not coming, don't pay attention to it. There are things that give profit to, but on themselves, we might not consider them value. We might not consider them value. So why we say this is the reality, we should also be able to find out a way out of them. We should be able to find out a way out of them. Able to find out. Then you have your goal setting. You have your goal setting. One thing I love about strategic organization is set the future for the organization. I listened to before the last one. There was one that we debate. It was in the time of Buhari. There was one he came. I was listening to the interview. He said that there is not a 50-year strategic plan to handle the of age in Africa. Somebody that is not in Africa is seeking opportunities from where he is. There is a very good principle. I would like you to adopt. When it comes to goals, basically we say goals, I will have the short-term goals, the medium-term goals, and the long-term. The definitions of these goals vary. So we say short-term between 1 year to 3 years. So we say between 0 to 3 months. Now, it is for you to define what you call short-term. Because the definitions vary. You have my report of yesterday. I just do as you did yesterday. Yes. So in our goal setting, there is this principle I want you to adopt. There is this principle of the principle as far as your eye can see. The principle of as far as your eyes can see. Don't ever limit yourself. If what you are saying is too much, then break it down into portfolio. Break it down into what? Into portfolio. Today we are here. In the next 50 years, where do we want to be? In the next 100 years, if the X is the best, where do we want to be? Now let me tell you. Whether you like it, why do you your soul part of this job? What is your plan to define it or to define your are here. Somebody will take your feet one day. And so individually, what is our assignment in setting goals for our family? Towards your family is part of you can't take it away. You can't take it away. One thing I've noticed about some organizations, especially when it comes to God, you see the chairman, always very strategic. For organizations that the chairman has the highest bonus, they're always very strategic. They're always reminding us. So every education, every setting, I spoke about one of our fellow that is an FRS director. Maybe I will play his video by the time when we are rounding up. He has 4 children. 2 of them. One is a graduate, one is a final year. So both are really COVID and so I tell what was going to happen. This man he said, for you to have 500 million in your possession, it's not something you just want to play around with. You need to have people with good head to manage those resources. He enrolled those children for our program. This was not even but look at it. He said, I don't know the time to manage this as a public servant. So my name is not around the book. Students are the ones that are named as the pretty much they learn business management, they learn human resource management, they learn management. Your children about this business. Let them know that there is something here. Start grooming them. And let me tell you something. There will be a time. There will be a time. That you will not be in this. But there are a lot of people that people will give them to you. And you need somebody to sit there. And you don't want to have to go back to any but the people who give you what is making people making all these problems? Nothing is so maybe you are and you need somebody to be in this book while you are so that you don't take so much responsibility that people don't. And then one day you do from your life of agriculture, from transport to society and well, just people. So we need to think and set our goals in line with whatever thing we ever see. Okay? Then you have the area of strategy formulation. Area of strategy formulation. I read a story of a particular young boy. When this boy was, the father was part of the board of a particular company. And then it's like the father had to go home early. Nothing was said about the last place in the board. But the wife of this man who became of training died. He was presented the boy to the boy. This boy is a young boy, he can't be part of this boy. By the time they presented evidence of how the boy has been trained, the boy took over the chairman. Now, I'm not saying this in a way to put anybody under the. No, what I'm saying is, each of us need to think strategically. When we are thinking for the objective, I don't know the kind of board we have here, whether it is the national board or the just board of. Let's move in. We need to invest 5 days. What is invested at? Because if there's a future, they are one of the organization. Everybody wants their the first one their first that's the one they're supposed to take. So instead of putting it where I don't know the future, it's better put it where and they will keep increasing it. If you are sure what it now is one level, keep growing like that. The more it grows, the more the problem. See, that is also called the research is also habit. So everything I'm saying I now put it together for the other information. And focus on that. Then you have the action plans for execution strategy. They have margin evaluation. Then adaptation and adjustment. In your strategy, things will change. Remember, I talked about resistance planning, right? When things begin to change, there's information for adaptation, and that's why we talk about agile management. Agile management is open to change. When change comes, don't run away from it, but face the reality. Then have communication. Communication, when it comes to strategy, communication is seen as key. No matter how good your strategy, it is not well communicated. It won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. And I love the people I get from this one. The physics so far show that there has been adequate communication. Everybody doing what they are doing based on adequate information. Adequate information. All right? Okay, now, even if I don't want or don't have any other thing to say about strategic planning, with this, I believe we've got to something. Okay, let's move very fast. Now, note, strategic planning is an iterative process that requires continuous refinement and adaptation to navigate the dynamic environment successfully. This dynamic environment. It serves as a roadmap for organizations to achieve their objective and respond effectively to challenges and opportunities. When you build up a portfolio, when you decide and say this industry, that industry, that's where we are going to be expanding as time goes on. There are times that change will come. The time you created to enter a particular industry by the shortage. But because you already know the direction and the opportunity is now telling is coming from this industry, from this other industry, you can quickly diversify and get into it with your resources secured in that area. Are we together? Okay. Now, the role of what is strategic planning? Setting of direction. The setting of direction here, like I said, it comes with things like what's our vision, what's our mission, what's our objectives, what our areas of concern when it comes to investment, which areas, what will be the network of our portfolio as investors. How do we seek for resource acquisitions? How do we get investment decisions? Okay, those are part of the direction you say. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say. There was a man that was considered to be very rich. He being a strategic person, he told his servant, he said, what you need that you must get for my son, a wife that is not from among his friends. Simply that. But even if I don't have our time, that's someone who is like, we have to want to get the wife. One is for the number one, that we say that we can make it possible. There is a book I will say. One, go to grace. Number one, need to last. This is my get those books. Build to grace. And then build to last. Dr. Hogan. If I get those go to grace, not from deep good to deep grace. And then you get these passes of but in failed to last, he now was able to observe that the father have said this to himself. It was last. Some of them are diversified, some certain and some special scale, food, agriculture, special scale, the okay, so they are different there, but the result in navigating the situation of time. Okay, but if last in that the question was portfolio. Your customer initially you had. Now, because you think you've made money, the bank is not going to the left of the and you went to another business. Because you have the money now. And there's no time come again, you do this one, you go to you are not opportunity space. But let's understand that the economy change. We are not only doing the opportunity, we also doing the we are not only doing one of the clinical operations that where us the records in the final stage. The people of opportunity coming in Modelo. And that is what we talk about most in the This is my recommendation if you can get those books. Just get them right to the Dr. Rome, people and okay, this is like oh, so let's set direction. Let's set direction. Then the next one there is approving strategic goals. By the time you're done with the AGM of this and starting goals, you want to approve that this area, that's the area for 2024, or maybe 2024 to 2025, or 2024 to 2025. You must have set and approved out from your portfolio. These are the areas we deal with financially, acquisition-wise, staff-wise, corporate social responsibility-wise. You tabulate all those things, then begin to work on them. Then have the risk oversight. Remember that one of the primary roles of the board is risk management. Risk management. So all of the people will want to just note that there will be not often. Not of basically the relationship is still one of the relationship is people that are areas of people that make the decision that come from let them not see this. A couple of words can do that. That's where you start your name, your presence, and what makes it can move around. Now, you can repeat it, but what can you say in the next is so when they are taking decisions, they don't remember, oh, and even if you're taking the decision, you can still go back to them and say, okay, this is how do we do it? There will be part of the business that will not help in managing the situation, irrespective of how difficult it is. They do it to the thing. In a same project, in billions, people are still receiving contracts. They were telling us not to make it, but people have this come to the part of Nigeria for trading. So the question is, the people that are able to get the contract, who is able to get the the few where you're going, the few where you're going, so if you say it's only a matter of time. Since that time has been going on, if you don't know the right thing, I was talking with my friend. I'm saying it's not what they are doing. What they are fighting. This is our new cycle they are doing here. There was a discussion that happened in the country that the government they came and started to say on the country. If I come home, we have them do them in that same like that's like he has them like fire. He has them like multiply. If you are people for marriage, don't do anything you want to do, but I will come back to you. You know what? Jeremiah left. Lamentation left. Ezekiel left. They will kill them. Then they say, now we are going to put this area. What is that going to overstay? Because I was not Jeremiah was far gone, but there was a direction that has been set. So what if Daniel did not come on board? How many people would have wasted their eternity there? And then, so in this side of this, how is the relationship that can be managed? As a God, find the relationship that can be managed. Know who to pay for this, know who to do whatever to. See, the advantage might not be financial. The value they will provide to you might not be. But just imagine that they will go for it and Then you do monitoring performance of your strategic plan, performance of the implementation. Okay? Then you have your succession plan. Should I talk about this? We've dealt with it. Then you have your stakeholder communication. Communication with stakeholders at the right time. You should know the frequency of communication, frequency of what needs to be communicated to every sector of your stakeholders. All stakeholders cannot receive the same information. So, know the kind of information for each group of stakeholders, then the frequency of that communication, the perfect send that information to them. Okay, now quickly, innovation management. Innovation refers to the process of creating and implementing new ideas that result in significant improvement or advancement. It is a critical driver of economic growth, competitiveness, and societal progress. Now, let me not bother my head. When there is a challenge, one of the most effective challenges because of the domains of mindset and mental capacity, ability to remove the force in the thought process and make sure that you get the way forward. So that's what we do in innovation. When you take your products and your services and you begin to look at them in current realities, and there are things we need to innovate on. And there are four questions I always place around innovation, and we can get these four questions. The four questions are: what to create, what to create, what to add, what to create, what to add, what to reduce, what to reduce, and then what to remove, or what we so you have to create, add, reduce, and create, add, reduce, and create, add, reduce, and this is just a simple game. Now, you know what the business is. The business environment is not saying, you know what the economy is saying. Me, so that the president will be for it. Is that something that I want to say? But without accruing more cost. For people, can I increase one without accruing any cost at all? So that in the course of the you will see that you're getting the contribution and appreciating of that value you're adding. Okay, but to you, there are thinking out of the there are people committed that you don't want them to show up. You also because you are doing on this available document. It's getting higher than it's something that we have reduced. We are our same cost of service, same cost to be separate the cost of life. And then okay. I want to get the stage where people are doing business. I was there when the very first our commission was defeated. I got that. It was 2 million at some point, when the young man said that the world of America is fighting, I come and say it comes to the not that. And things were not what are we on there? They started wanting people that they don't need to work. No one has been there. Of the festival. Right? You think it's not a lot of money. Why is it? But they're even the concept of the reduced is now affordable. And that's the same thing on yeah. So we have something that is for what the I something it will be more receptive. The second one is yeah, we need to reduce something to see the okay like how the next one is not that is can you create something that is out? It's not but it is going to solve their problem. So the point in the next step, we cannot get this one. Let me just provided to start sometimes my own sound the high level was but now because of production cost of the there is a better way of doing it and that better way will result in another service. This one will become this one Just this thought. How do we increase value and reduce cost? How do we increase value and reduce risk? How do we increase value and increase customer perception? How do we increase value and improve customer reception? Innovation management. I can flip through the slide there. And okay, so we have areas of innovation. It could be product innovation. We talked about that. It could be service innovation. It could be process innovation, like the way things are handled. So the 4-action framework, which is not discussed now, they create and reduce and reduce. It's not just limited to product. It could also be in process. It could be in the kind of business model. The kind of business model might be used. Okay. Please don't worry, all these materials will be available to us. Now, as we begin to round up, important considerations for innovation management. Yeah, any innovation, your strategic element, your vision, your mission, your program. No matter we are alive. Remember that we have set the direction, so there must be alignment. Then cultural and organizational factors. We must create an ecosystem within the organization that will support that innovation. Then we have idea generation and capture. Now, if you have idea generation and capture, innovation actually starts with ideation, right? Creating, coming up with ideas. The board might not be able to all the ideas, and that's where the huge staff comes in, the marketers. Let's hear from them. What is the market? What are the people saying? We might not hear all the things the market is saying. Let me be very candid with you. At the level you are now, there are things that market will say you can never hear because you pass that level. You are, if they say fuel is this, fuel is that, fuel is this, you still ride your car. But there is somebody now, and because fuel and you don't want to imagine, he will prefer not to buy a car. He will buy something better. So, but at this level now, you can only say to one government, but your concern is not, your problem at this point can never be put. There is nobody that the price of that will ever be your concern. You find that level. But there are people in your customer base that might find themselves in that position. So customers, the market that you, they are the ones that will be able to hear what is people are saying. And then when they don't call your attention, you know what it will do? It will remind you when you use such situation, what could you have done? What could you have done? They will have idea evaluation and selection. After all the ideas from the heads, we're able to collect ideas. The heads submitted the ideas to the MD, and then the MD is bringing the ideas. Sometimes we have to call the heads, come and present to the board about this particular idea. Give us the potential about this idea. The person will come present, tell you everything, give analysis and all of that. So the ideas will be KIV, or be kept in this. Some will be prompt to act on. We will not prioritize the ideas as they are coming. And please note, when they come to business, no ideas. They will take all and then clean and prioritize. And then we must try as much as we can not to be biased. When screening ideas and picking the one that will be most profitable. There is a law of consequence. There is what we call a law of consequence. For whatever is the man soul, for every after there is mediation, for every offense there is so that law is a very powerful law in business. A very powerful law in business. So when you are doing your idea evaluation and selection, you want to find out which of the ideas will have the most positive consequences. That's what you're considering. Which of the ideas that if we throw it now will produce the most dangerous harvest? That's the progression of your thought. Then we begin to prioritize them. Being as objective as you are, you'll be able to come up with one that when you put your resources into that one, it can now multiply the resources to be able to take care of the other ideas. You know, there are some ideas we venture into business, not because they are profitable, but we just want to serve that particular customer base. Maybe we have intention that one day we diversify them to another thing or something. We just want to keep them. Not that we are making profit, but we love that particular customer and we love the segment. So we are doing it to move them up. This is not a customer management class, but it's also good for you to just call attention to some of it. There are products that you do to nurture customers. They don't make you take a profit. You're just growing customers. It is not in a time like this that you do not product over. That's where I'm trying to say. So you could find one that the customers are really ready to buy. They are hungry. But that one that the way you generate revenue, then with time we can start nurturing, putting money on the one that will now nurture customers. Okay, let me give you an example of what I did. When we started IPF, we started with NYC. At NYC, you make something. But you know the most impressive thing today? Those guys who say the NYC, they are the ones who start your today. Did you get it? Because those days, we used to tell them, I said, we should not do that. This 10,000 will go down your face now. That's what we are using to run. No, we are using people's money to run. But we know that one day it will be better than this. This just last week, one of them called me. Listen, my organization is a civil engineer. So he works in a company and the group, is part of the group head. And now you have the opportunity to bring in a training organization. He said, I'm making for it, but I don't trust them. I have to come and take the training. How much that? I said, according, how much do you want to pay? He said, okay, let me talk to you. I will get back. Before I came out, we were able to summarize everything. And he paid 10,000. But what is coming in now as a lifetime investment, it will take a day. You want to go and travel abroad, we travel and come back. But that was an investment of nurturing customers. At that time, we can afford to do that. We've not stopped doing it. Once in a while, we still do programs. For instance, last year, we did a program for MBA, directors of MBAs from level 14 to level 14 and above. We have 435 directors in attendance from head of service, all the ministries represented, ATF, president, all of them. No, we didn't charge them a dime. Not one person paid a dime. But we were able to get companies who saw into the idea and they sponsored the program. It was Grand Kupana, Obi Kupana that sponsored the hotel. Another group sponsored their feeding. Another group paid for. They were just sponsoring things. One of them, the guy that was sharing the thing here, is a Port Harcourt. He deals with paint and chemicals. There was another general that was also giving it. They were sitting together. I said from that particular event, he got a contract of 40 million. Another person said he got a contract of 30 million just by. So if you gave us 750,000 or 1 million for a case, and you got 40 million, you nurtured those customers, right? But you saw the prospects they could bring. And then it became very rampant. This ministry will call you today. That means tomorrow. It became very easy to access any PAMSEC you wanted. Because you can easily go to a director. Then we are not the ones to the PAMSEC. So that process of participation, though it might delay a bit, but when it starts using, it will be very good. One of them can replace all the other investments. Okay, and that's one of the things I think is strategic in your relationship. Because relationship is really important. So you need to report the same five results. It will shock you. Right? Then from there you go to resource allocation, implementation and execution, knowledge management, all of the experiences, all of the training. Please never use training and at the end of the day, don't for this result. Never. Before you ever formulate money for training, make sure you have your expected outcome. When everything got me, we kept talking about it. You know, I arrived here and we're what does that mean to challenge what is up? We said in the content, we said in the schedule is good. The ones that were not there, we still the a lot of things. Because there was a direction. Those knowledge, or all of this knowledge together, let's manage them. Then every board member will come to their individual knowledge. Let's not go away. Not the great valuable. Let's manage them to produce better results. There are performance measurement and metrics, setting the KPIs, and then continuous improvement. Financial improvement for me. And then intellectual property management. I said, when challenges come, the present us with the opportunity to become innovators. You might innovate things that might require trademark. Okay, you might innovate things that might end up becoming copyright. So let's learn also to protect our intellectual property. Right? Okay. I think at this point, I can now conclude. By integrating innovation into overall strategy, organizational culture, by integrating innovation into your overall strategy and organizational culture, position your company, adapt to changes, seize new opportunities, and stay ahead in a rapidly evolving business landscape. I used about 50 minutes to deliver this lecture. I tried. That's 46 slides. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, the last session we're supposed to take is on the future of corporate governance. Please, I will leave that slide for us. Is just like prophecies of what could happen in the future. Okay, some of them are already happening. For instance, issues of cybersecurity. Every now and then we hear things like bank management system is being hacked, information system is being hacked. So those things are becoming issues. And then we hear of the technology issues generally. So very, very soon, like some people are joining us online, or we are meant to join us online. Yesterday, some people joined us online. So That's also part of corporate governance. Some board are using technology to manage board performance, technology to manage meetings, technology. So these are part of the corporate governance advances that we becoming much more rampant in the future. Now, I would like to look at the question, comment, contributions. Every time I teach, they are fine. We understood everything, and I don't want you to understand it just like yes, but I want to interrupt. Okay. All right. So we will just do a 5 minute stretch now. But before we do that, this is the last phase of this question. So we are going to give each and every one of us um, individual board evaluation. Please, like I said yesterday, these are just samples. They are not in any way standard. What this means that you can customize, you can use the 4-action framework, you can add, you can remove, you can recreate, or you can eliminate. Okay. Okay. So group one, we take everybody will do the everybody will do the individual assessment, but you're not going to assess yourself like this. So we just put some things on them. We just make sure it's private. You know you are evaluate assessing. And the second thing we will now do as a group. We have the SWOT, we have the best tool, and then we have the development of the a group will take care of and just right in small way where it can be seen by the assessor only their names on top of it. You have to still have attendance for it. We just, or if you don't have it, just go around and get their names. So this is what we're going to do. Group one of yesterday still remains group one of today. Group two and group three the same. So group one, you're going to focus on strategic planning. Yes. You may not need to make it so explicit, but you just follow the template we gave here. You just follow this template. The vision, already know this one. But you now give us a brief on the environmental, although this is supposed to be And your work is supposed to be based on the input of those that be doing sport and first. But you can just give your own risk. Okay. Okay, so now that everybody's here, group one, you're doing a draft of a strategic plan for SLO. Just a draft for SLO. It's not to be made so extensive or in-depth. It's just to prove understanding. Okay, and also to help us in safety. So the draft should contain the visualization of what was already there. But like I said, the environmental analysis, the input to use is supposed to come from the group that is doing best as well. But let's assume that inside your team, you have the people who are different as well. So you give a background of what environmental analysis is, the opportunities, or the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities and the threats, and your recommendation. That's it. And then what goals do you think we should be focusing on? Then what strategy do you think we need to achieve our goals in line with the vision? Remember, it's just a draft. Don't make it too robust. Yeah, so that when you're presenting it, it can aid our further discussion. Okay? Then your action plans for the strategy. How will you monitor and evaluate? In your resilience consideration, consider things like scenario analysis. What will you do if certain things happen? In case of uncertainties, volatilities, make assumptions. Yes, just make assumptions and then recommend how you can adapt. And then how do you communicate the plan? That's what group one is a very big work. Actually, we are supposed to do work, we are supposed to break it into three, and then we'll now harmonize it into let them just give us a draft. Don't just give us a draft. Okay. And please note every group will still present their own. Then group two, yours is SWOT analysis. SWOT. This is one to give us a sense for do not mind. Yes. For SLO, look at all the things around. The internal and external environment. In the internal environment, look at the product, your staff, the board. Look at everything possible. No, don't give it. Don't give. Okay, you can read, but not according to the agenda. You're not another assessor, another independent assessor. Please, as much as you can expect, don't look for who is holding your own. So group two is what, then group three is best analysis. Best analysis is political, economic, social, cultural, legal, and environmental analysis. Political, economic, social, cultural, technological, legal, and environmental. So for each one, look at challenges, look at the opportunities. Challenges and opportunities. Challenges, opportunities, and how to maximize them. Challenges, opportunities, and strategies to maximize them. So group three also, it is possible they can give us an exhaustive perspective. We don't mind. We don't mind.